Hello, my name is Trevor Capon, and this is my final video for EDUC 526 and a Master's in Digital Teaching and Learning program. My educational career began, and at least for now, will take a post-master's hiatus in Southern California, where I have lived my entire life. Although I have always lived in SoCal, I have traveled the States extensively and toured all of Germany and parts of France. In my free time, I am a husband and father, and I love to build houses and go backpacking and fishing with friends and family. I knew I wanted to be a teacher in the 6th grade when I encountered my first teacher who made her entire class and all of the learning in it fun. Going to school every day was like going to a best friend's house when you're a child just to see what adventures the world has put before you. Since then, much has happened in the way of technology and educating in today's classrooms. It was returning to visit that teacher that helped start my educational career at Azusa Pacific. At the earliest stages of planning, I was advised to speak with as many existing educational professionals as I could. Regarding getting into the field of education, APU was the most highly recommended by local administration and by numerous existing teachers. I also chose it because of the convenience it offered with scheduling of night classes, its accreditation, and because of its Christian foundation. Because I attended APU for my undergrad, transitioning directly into the Master's and Credential program was a perfect fit. I also wanted to attend locally, and the satellite campuses are what made all of this possible. EDUC 511 set the stage for the program. It introduced me to LiveBinder and encouraged me to reflect on my goals for the program. 512 introduced me to the insides of a computer and broke down technology a little bit. Web quests and scavenger hunts kept me busy while I learned about how magnets rule the world. 514 taught me all about shooting video, editing, formatting, and perspective through the lens. 515 introduced me to evolving educational technologies, blogs, flipped classrooms, and how apps are being used in education today. 522 taught me all about touching on each of the multiple intelligences and each of the learning strengths with smarter lesson design. And finally, 526 brought everything all together with differentiating my curricular lesson plan and gave me time to package it nicely online for safekeeping and presentation. All throughout the program, many key assignments and experiences taught me much. One of the Apex experiences was the action research study. In it, the student is advised to reflect on the things they might like to change and to choose an obstacle they would like to address. The student then gathers existing baseline data based on desired results, implements a plan of attack and change, and afterwards collects the findings and finally reflects on the study as a whole. For this study, life has compelled me in a very specific way, and since becoming a parent, I have felt life's leverage more strongly than ever before. The innate, instinctual aspect of doing the best we can for our children seemed a perfect chance for me to implement modeling something dearer to me to and for my older child. Using Proverbs 22:6, I chose involving my children in spiritual matters because I want to be the best role model for them I can be, and I would like them to manifest a serious regards towards faith. I just want them to exude the fruitages of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, mildness, faith, and self-control. My eldest is only 2 years old, and prior to this study not much happened in regards to involving him in church and prayer and Bible study. And although these may take years for him to develop, after implementing weekly Bible study, nightly prayers at dinner and bedtime, and a children's Bible story just before bed, much change took place in my child's hunger towards spiritual matters, and I can see him working on many of these qualities. Because he is 2, however, I had to differentiate my initial plan of attack. The results ended up for the better, and I learned much along the way. I realize now that this is much more than a 2-week master's program assignment. Thank you. But the plan went well, and I enjoyed how much this study related to my educational career and my future as a teacher. Another of the important assignments was the curricular unit plan. I chose the topic of identity in many of its facets. It is a topic that touches individuals on so many levels. I tied the unit to art, and the lessons involve food, dance, flags, countries of origin, cultural dress, historical, dates and figures, and more. It is a 2-week unit that embraces as much technology as a second grader can muster. Each of the learning strengths are scaffolded into the unit that is built upon Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences. I really wanted to give not only the class a sense of solidarity with respect to a large encompassing class assignment, but also the individual a chance to learn about and discuss themselves and other classmates in a socially supportive and expressive atmosphere focused on unity. The main elements of my curricular unit plan involve standards directly from California's own, in addition to the Common Core and from the International Standards for Technology and Education. Aspects include visual and performing arts with historical and cultural context, idea expression and reference to the work of art, and the application and use of digital tools to research, gather, evaluate, and present information. Some of the apps that may be used for this assignment are Atlas, World Flag Jigsaw, and AirPrint. The chief student product will be a culture board displaying many of the assignments associated with this unit. The student will be required to present the board and discuss each of the items on it, and to take questions from the student body of the classroom about their board. A rubric will be used for the final grading, but also much informal assessment with respect to the student's ability to present their material, their familiarity with the material, and their ability and willingness to take questions. Hello everybody. Before signing off from my final video, I wanted to go ahead and thank a lot of people who helped me out along the way. I attended APU for the undergrad as well as master's, so the list is a little long, but I'll make it fast. Special thanks goes to Reba Myers, James Burke, Sarah Visser, Jocelyn Moody, Jim Thompson, Esselstrom, Tom Albaugh, Leslie Rankin, Gail Bouslow, and Jorgensen. Also Mr. and Mrs. Riley, Kathy Johnson, Ray Ellis, Professor Lynn Freeman. For the also student teaching, my principal and vice principal Tracy Sepulveda and Nick Powers, and my student teachers, Mr. Polberg and Miss Brown. For the master's program, Joanne Gilbreth, Jim Sullivan, Linda Molhauser, you're amazing, Tori Temple, Lance Martin, and Lisa Rodriguez. I'd also like to give very special thanks to Vicki Becker, Guy, who was the first person I spoke to at the Marietta Regional Center, Greg Kaiser, Dr. Wallace, and an immeasurable amount of thanks should go to Maria Buffington Guido and Rose. Without them, I would have fallen over in the middle of the program somewhere and just died. So thank you guys. You guys are an asset in every situation. And this is Trevor Capon signing off. Hope to see you all again. I know I'll be thinking about you for a long time. Bye-bye.